This is the most secured convoy in the world. The security provided in it is probably more important than the US president. It is transporting nuclear weapons from one place to another. If the convoy is damaged during transport, then it will result in the world's most dangerous weapon. It can fall into the wrong hands, due to which not only one country but the whole world may have to bear the loss. That is why no compromise can be made on its security. How does a superpower country like America transport these nuclear weapons? If there is an attack, how will the federal agents handle it? Once again, welcome to Histori Scapes. Viewers, there are 12,515 nuclear weapons in the world, out of which the United States of America alone has 41% of them. All these weapons are in the entire America. The active weapons, which are spread throughout North America, are present in the submarines of the U.S. Air Force, military and Navy, but thousands of these weapons are in storage mode. That is, they are backup weapons which are spread all over North America, but the question is that why are nuclear weapons kept spread? Nuclear weapons are always kept spread and hidden in different parts of the weapons, and this information is very sensitive. This is done so that the enemy does not attack and make them ineffective by keeping them spread. The advantage is that even if the enemy has to attack, it will not be able to destroy all nuclear weapons at once. In this way, the country will have domed nuclear weapons left for self-defense. When weapons are in a safe place, so why transport it? The main reason for this is maintenance. As in the military, the maintenance of weapons is very important, and the maintenance of nuclear weapons is also very important. Obviously, war equipment is not available all the time, nor are weapons used all the time. That's why their mechanical parts get rusted. In addition, it is very important to monitor the health of plutonium or uranium, especially in nuclear weapons, so that they do not work when the time comes to use them. Considering all these things, nuclear weapons are installed in strategic locations, but their maintenance is done in a facility that is located in a central location. In the case of the USA, there is a separate federal agency called the National Nuclear Security Administration for the security and maintenance of all their nuclear weapons. As the Security Intelligence Agency, if they find nuclear weapons, they are immediately removed from there. The security of the areas where the nuclear weapons are kept is so strict and perfect that it is not possible to wander around these areas without permission, but when they have to shift from one place to another, this weapon that covers the entire city in a single bridge is passed through the road that everyone uses every day. As long as it's hidden in a remote location, it's fine. But when it's on the road, its security becomes quite complicated. The US government has created an entire agency to meet this challenge, whose job is to secure nuclear weapons. This military vehicle you are looking at is usually used in the USA to transport nuclear weapons from one place to another. It doesn't look like a big convoy like a VIP security convoy, but actually it is so secured that a common person cannot even think about such security. The number of vehicles in this convoy can be different because it depends on how big the nuclear weapon is and where it will go. In front and behind this convoy there are police vehicles whose task is to pass the convoy through the rush road without stopping. All the vehicles in the middle of these police vehicles are the real convoys. They run together at certain distances and at certain sites, which are called Bearcats. Just saying bulletproof would be an insult to their glory because it is much more secure than that. Each barricade has 4 to 6 federal agents whose job it is to protect the convoy from attack and counterattack at the same time. These agents are not ordinary people but trade commandos who have handguns, short guns and assault rifles, as well as millions of rounds. Yes, but all these weapons are used only in case of danger, if a truckload of nuclear weapons is ever attacked. During normal transport operations, these agents keep an eye on every little thing and share it with each other. This radio communication takes place on 3 separate channels. On one channel, all these armored vehicles coordinate with each other in the event of an attack. On another channel, Padhar band agents receive updates from other vehicles in their convoy. According to SOP, a nuclear convoy should have at least 7 armored vehicles, 5 with trucks and the remaining 2 a kilometer ahead. Every few minutes, the commander sitting in the main convoy checks the situation with the 2 armored vehicles ahead, communicating on separate channels. The purpose of splitting is so that if attackers jam a radio frequency or if there is a problem with the main convoy, the two vehicles ahead can use their separate channels to call for help. Apart from this, the entire convoy is also connected with the emergency control center through a third channel. It is the duty of the staff of the control center to track the location of the convoy in case of emergency and provide immediate assistance. Arrange for a backup force if it ever happens again. The control center will contact the extras under a specific SOP, whether the extra force is police or military. The control center will communicate to both forces via separate codeword encrypted radio links. Do not match codes. This is done only to prevent an attacker from impersonating a police officer and gaining access to a nuclear weapon. This is just one of those SOPs, while agents have separate SOPs to deal with each situation. The truck running in the middle of these barricades is not an ordinary truck because that is what all the security is for. This truck is completely customized to transport nuclear weapons. That is, it is designed specifically for this purpose. In case of an accident, its body may crack. Even if it is put into a fire, its body can protect the nuclear weapon inside for several hours. As for the driver cable, it is bullet and bomb-proof. And its doors, no matter what happens, can only be opened from the inside. There is also a disadvantage. Its weight is 25 kilograms more than a normal truck, so in the event of an attack, this truck cannot run very fast or take shop dances. But behind this weakness is another security feature. If the attackers somehow manage to capture the truck and try to take it away, the explosives on the truck's axle will detonate, causing it to detach from the drug wheel and fall to the ground now that it is underweight. If it is too much, it is not possible to pull it without wheels. As for the nuclear wrap inside the truck, even the convoy agents do not have access to open its container. It has electronic locks, the electric keys of which are held only by the National Nuclear Security Administration. However, even if someone forcibly reaches the cargo of the truck, it is a very thick and sticky spray. When it spreads on anyone, its material does not allow a person to walk easily, i.e. his movements are restricted. If there is still any left in the container, it will immediately get an electric shock whose voltage is 6 times higher than the electricity supplied to the house. And yes, let me tell you that all this carnage is watched by 2 helpers of the US military at all times. When the fuel of the helicopter starts to run low, the other 2 helicopters first replace them and then they can leave their position. These helicopters have a separate backup force and are ready to go to any lengths to save the nuclear weapons. Due to all these security features, the world's most dangerous weapon cannot fall into the wrong hands, at least from the USA. Nuclear weapons have been transported thousands of times in the history of America. But till now not a single convoy has been attacked. If you like this video, please like, share and press the bell icon.